live, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Gamer Social Club Party Chat. I am your host, One Hot Dragon, Nathan, and I am also joined...
Sorry.
What a dragon disc, Nathan.
Why that was funny.
I did it backwards.
Funny. I know that that's the name.
One time I went into a store and I was like, yes, I would like your buddy and was characters, please. And thank you. And moving on, I am also joined by the best F-bomb dropping guy I know, F-bomb Frazier. And I am also joined by the Husky Hokage, Marcus. Hey guys, what's going on? How, oh wait, hold on. Let me run the intro real quick, because every time I go right into what are you up to, then I always forget to do the intro. This is the Gamer Social Club podcast, Party Chat. It is a place where gamers from all around the world come together, share their love for video games together in a positive environment. Our goal is to give gamers a platform to share their experiences, to add to the conversation in the games industry, to give more gamers a sense of community, and to bring a little more happiness into your life. The Gamer Social Club started as a book club for gamers, and it is still going strong. Join us on our Discord channel as we cover the game of the month, which is it's still Doom Eternal, but we are voting.
Sorry, I've been so busy at work. I don't even get a chance to bloody look at the chat.
You're right.
Like, my work is just consuming my life at the moment. So unfortunately, we're still going with Doom.
Okay.
I'm gonna choose something this weekend.
Okay.
We'll get stuck into something new tomorrow.
Okay. So make sure to join the Discord, get your vote in for what the game of July will be, and what we will focus on talking about there. As of right now, the unofficial thing for this weekend is Raccoon City. That's right, Resident Evil Raccoon City, baby. Then also, I want to urge you all to head to gamersocialclub.ca, where you will find two things. You will find Harry's demo disc, where you will get to see all the different demos of the month, all in one place, of all the games that are coming out in this month. And there will be a new issue dropping at the beginning of July. Lots of cool stuff there. We've been keeping our eye out for all the things coming through summer, Steam, Game Fest, and all that good stuff. So you're bound to find some cool things to try out in there. Also, the other thing you will find is all the amazing coverage that our team did. I'm going to brag on us a little bit here. Mostly Adam. Oh no, Addy. He did all these roundups. I mean, they've been absolutely killing it. I've been on vacation. So it's like I've just kind of been on the sidelines watching it all happen, and they've just been absolutely killing it. So make sure to be checking all that content. We've also got an article in the description below where it talks about all of the team and what we are excited about from all the different showcases. So if you don't feel like watching this podcast and hearing us drone on and on about it, you can just go there and give that a click to support us and kind of skim over all the different things everybody on the team is excited for. That was written by Dano. So one more thing, today we are going to be talking about all the things that we are excited for in the upcoming all the things we're excited from all the different showcases. We would love your feedback if you're watching live. Hit us up in the chat and let us know what you are also excited for. And if you're watching this later, make sure, or say on Spotify, no matter what platform you're on, be dropping a like and comment. Let us know what you're excited for. All right.
And 5 stars because you love us.
And 5 stars because you love us. That's right. So, with the rigmarole out of the way, Marcus, how you doing, man? I feel like it's been a hot minute, because I feel like, was the last time we did an episode together Fantasy Critic?
It may have, yeah, I think it was.
Yeah.
That was the last time I was on. But I have been pretty good up until this week. Like I said, I believe my oldest son, because I didn't want to give him a hug Saturday or Sunday. It was one day I didn't want to give him a hug because he was sick. I believe he sneezed on some of my food or something. So now I'm sick. But other than that, man, it's been good. got a new toy recently.
Oh, hey, you got the Steam Deck.
Yeah, so, very nice.
Yes. So I've been playing that. I have the opportunity to play a few different things, and just being able to do that on the go. But other than that, man, been good. Still on this grind of trying to be a content creator, dad, father, husband, and all the other good stuff. Writer, all the good things, So, yeah.
Which, by the way, I've been really enjoying following you over on Instagram and seeing all your game questions of the week. There's also, I saw you were cheating on us and going on another podcast. Tell us all about it. I never heard of the podcast before.
Yeah. So I do have my me and my cousin. We do have our own podcast called Victory Road, a gaming podcast.
Okay.
We do. We actually this year we've been consistently every Thursday at 7:30 on. You can catch it on Twitch at my channel at the Husky Hokage. And sorry if I got a call in my mouth. Try to keep the cough.
You're good, man. You're good.
But you can catch it on my channel at the Husky Hokage over on Twitch. Also, it's under the Blurred Syndicate on YouTube as well. So, but we drop an episode every Thursday. This past week, yesterday, matter of fact, we had our spoiler field review of Expedition 33.
Oh, nice.
So, yeah, we did part 1. We got another part that drops because it was a little bit of a long episode. So we split it up, and we dropped other part next week. But we were talking about just gushing about how good that game is. So
I don't know yet. Fraser does a little bit now, don't you?
Yes, yeah. I'm gushing over it.
Good.
Listen, it's an amazing game. I tell anybody, if you have the opportunity, take the time to play it. Don't rush through it. If you're not on time constraints, but take your time and play it, man. It's such a good story. Like, if you love those good stories that have those good twists and plot, everything, all that is there in this game.
I'm really excited to dig into it. That was originally the plan, to dig into that while I was on vacation, but I ended up getting sucked into a different game. I was sucked into a Portal. A little teaser for when it comes my turn. But so what have you been playing lately, aside from Expedition 33?
So I'm actually in between like 3 to 5 different games. I started Stellar Blade on my PlayStation, so I've been playing that. On Xbox, I'm still doing the rigmarole with college football with my friends. We still play that from time to time, but haven't been anything in depth on that outside of that's really about it. And I've been playing. I got one of my friends gave me RoboCop, Rogue City, on Steam like last year. So with me having a Steam Deck, that's been the game I've been playing.
Okay.
So I've been playing that, and I've been jumping in and out of Hell Divers. Just had the itch again, so I wanted to jump in. So yeah, that's really about it.
You've been playing that on the Steam Deck?
No, actually I've been on my PlayStation.
Oh, okay.
You know what? I didn't think. I forgot about that. I can do that now.
Yes, you can. Well, the question I'm going to ask, I meant to ask you when you were showing it off earlier, but have you messed around at all with the PlayStation app? Versus like the Portal, because I know you got the Portal.
So yeah, and that's what I actually traded my Portal in, because it was sitting there collecting dust.
Yeah. And
I tell people all the time, the Portal is a amazing and great piece of technology. I just need something that can run games natively.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. That was kind of my thing. I ended up grabbing the Asus ROG for like $300 on Black Friday. Oh, so yeah, I don't regret it, because I mean, like, even with the new handheld coming out, that handheld's probably going to be $600+, and it's like what I have does the job, Yeah.
And see, that's with this, I have Game Pass on it, so I can do my Game Pass when I am connected to Wi-Fi and stuff like that. But when I'm not, I do have stuff that's in my Steam library that I'm able to play. Like I said, I'm playing RoboCop, and that's usually I don't have to be connected to Wi-Fi to do that. And this with the Portal, it's nice, it looks pretty, but essentially when you're not connected to Wi-Fi, it's a pretty paperweight, and it's like
Yeah,
So
I get it. I get it. There, I can't tell you how many times I've sold things and I'm like, I can't justify the dust it's gathering, you
Yeah.
know?
yeah,
Um,
yeah.
but yeah, so Frazier, what have you been up to? I know
Yeah.
work's been super crazy. You've been playing
Dude,
tons of video games.
work's been mental. I actually haven't been able to play as much as I usually have been.
Ah,
I in fact I have been using all of Eddie's amazing roundups because I didn't get a chance to watch any of it. I didn't watch anything, not a single one, because of work. So Eddie's little roundup has been incredible. So shout out to that bloody legend. But yeah, like life wise, just work. It's only 2 weeks until the next Assassin's Creed episode. So I have been doing all the research for that, which is pretty exciting. And what else have I been doing? On the 10th, the Space Marine remaster came out, and I just played through the campaign again. It took seven-ish hours. It's such a fun campaign, and what they've done with the remaster is they've actually updated the controls, so it's no longer like old school 360 controls. It's the new Space Marine 2 controls, which is cool. So you've got your melee as your right bumper. It just makes so much more
yeah,
sense than like mashing X now.
yeah.
Um, I don't know how you guys feel about melee in games, but I'm done with pressing X. I'm all about those bumpers now.
Yeah. Yeah, I get
I
that.
love having when I like when the melee's on the trigger or the like,
Mm,
preferably on the trigger. I like because
yep,
it's like you get a good whack. Like when I
yep,
think in a vow, like I think the melee you get it's on the like you can on the trigger. I love that.
mm-hmm.
I was gonna ask phrase is
Yeah,
I've never played a Warhammer game. Would you
yep.
recommend that is like just to try? Because I saw it up there. I was like, ooh, that looks like looks interesting. Because I remember the Warhammer 40K game came out earlier this year, but I
Yep.
was like, that looks interesting. I want to try it, but I've never played any other games before.
So the thing with Warhammer 40,000 or Warhammer in general, over the past kind of like 15 years, Games Workshop were throwing out their IP to anyone that would catch it. So there are hundreds of Warhammer games, and there are hundreds of fucking terrible Warhammer games. Um, it seemed because the tabletop is, dice, rulers,
Yeah,
movement, turn-based stuff. A lot of the Warhammer games are turn-based strategy games,
yeah,
which are fine, but they're not really my jam. They're a bit too slow for me. Where this Space Marine, the second one is leagues ahead of the first one, because like you can imagine the first one was like 2013, so it's like it's Xbox 360, but I feel like it's peak Xbox 360. If you have Game Pass, it's definitely worth jumping in and giving it a go, because the it is the building blocks for Space Marine 2, which is actually incredible. It is an incredible just hack and slash shooter. Um so yeah. So that's the kind of thing, like Space Marine 2 is amazing, and it is way better than Space Marine 1, but you can kind of feel where it's going, if that makes sense. So you're fighting, it's made by a different company, like you're fighting a different enemy, but the idea is the same. You're swarmed by orcs instead of Tyranids, and the orcs are fun because they're all British, and they're like, oi, get him boys. Oh, and like they call their guns shooters, and like the thing with the orcs is that they're actually like mushrooms, and they're like an organism. So like when they're killed, they just respawn. Like it takes a long time for them to grow again, but they just grow. And
Sounds fun.
the idea behind the orcs is the power of imagination. So all of their vehicles and weapons shouldn't work, but they do because they believe they work. It's amazing. There's this story of the orcs fighting Tyranids, and the orcs run out of ammo, so they just start going bang, 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 and the Tyranids are just dying.
That's
Because
amazing.
they
That
believe
is.
that they can do it. Brilliant. So it's a lot of fun. It is an old school hack and slash. There's no cover system. There's no crazy. Oh, there's different weapons that you can pick up, but it's a hack and slash with shooting. It's fun, loads of fun.
Sounds
And
fun.
then
And
yeah. Oh, sorry.
I was just saying I was just saying that sounds fun. I'm don't let the glasses and everything fool you. When I'm playing certain games, I'm a meathead. I just want to
Yep.
just
Yep.
So yeah.
Absolutely. So yeah, so the great thing about this remaster is you know how the Xbox 360 store's closed and gone.
Yeah.
All of the DLC is unavailable for Space Marine, and back in the day I just never got the DLC for it. I wasn't into multiplayer either, so I never really played any of the multiplayer co-op side of stuff. And so now that this new remaster's come out, the multiplayer's back. Sure, there's not a lot of people playing it, but it's back. It's old school as well. There's no taking cover, no anything. You're just shooting at each other and dying and shooting at each other. It's fun. It's real fun.
And
So yeah,
Co-
I'm super stoked with that.
Colors Fade Gaming is talking about how he's not heard anybody say anything but nice things about Space Marine 2. Fun fact, it actually won our shooter game of the year last year. It was in the running. It was actually a game of the year nominee for us. We all loved it here a lot. And Fraser's right. It is a very much a 360 shooter beat 'em up rather than because I went into it really hoping for a more modernized combat, and I was like, oh, I hope that they made Space Marine 1 feel more like 2, and then it essentially was just a graphical upgrade of an old school game. So they are both two entirely separate things, and I went into playing 2 without playing the first one. So I had no idea what was going on. It did not stop me from having a blast. Now, so if you don't vibe with the first one, that's okay. You can just go ahead and skip into 2. 2, I realized, oh, it's just more modern. Yeah.
Yeah. It's got a parry system. It's
Absolutely.
It's great.
But
The
they've
original one
also
doesn't.
added so much content since release.
Yeah.
Because I thought I was going to get into the remaster with you phrase, but then I was like, as soon as I started touching it, I was like, you know what? I think I just want to go play all the content I haven't played yet in 2. Because I haven't touched it yet.
Yeah. No, it's loads of fun. And colors, no, I have Rogue Trader on the list, but I haven't dived into it yet. I'm just a Warhammer nerd, so I play them all, whether they're good or bad. There's one called Necromunda Hired Gun, and it's like a first-person Doom style, fast-paced executions shooting. It didn't do terribly well, but I really enjoyed it. Yeah, that's it. Necromunda Hired Gun.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I've seen this.
Yeah.
All right. Hold on.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pull it up for the world to see.
It's fun. It's fun. What else have I been doing? Oh, so we were talking before about Tom Hardy, and I just remembered I am a huge kung fu fan. I love kung fu movies. Absolutely love them. The Indonesians do some fantastic, like, modern kung fu films. There was an older one a few years ago called Ong Bak, and
I love yeah.
yeah, and so it's like Tony Jaa. I don't know if you know the name, Nathan, but it's kind of what made him. He was in he's been in heaps of stuff. He's just really good at kicking dudes in the face.
Are
And
we talking
so
about Bulletstorm?
Right, knees and elbows. The style. I love his style. I've never seen anybody just throwing. I never seen anybody throw a knee at somebody. He
Yeah.
does like he
like from a standstill, he launches across the room and just knees a dude through a wall. It's like, what is happening? So the guys that did Ong Bak also made one called The Raid. I don't know if you've seen that.
No, I haven't.
Hokage. It
Nathan,
is
You're missing out,
dude.
man.
Really?
So
The
it's like
Raid
the
is
idea of
amazing.
the idea of it is there's an apartment tower and there's a gang lord at the top and a squad of elite SWAT cops raid the tower, and each floor is like a new horror, and they just punch and kick the shit out of each other. There's a scene in a hallway where he's fighting a bunch of dudes with machetes.
Oh,
and
hell yeah.
it's amazing. Absolutely amazing. But anyway, the guy that made The Raid has made a new film called Havoc, and it's got Tom Hardy in it.
Okay.
And it is outrageous. It is outrageous. You don't watch it for a good anything. It's action. It's like a dumb action film.
Okay.
He's got a pump action shotgun and he's firing it like it's an auto shotgun with like 30 rounds. And it's the action in it is incredible. So I watched that, absolutely loved it. Absolutely loved it. Yeah. Dude, don't you pay for premium? Motherfucker.
I don't. That's why that's why I set it up this way. That way they don't just watch my YouTube the whole time playing all the different ads. Because the last time I set up YouTube to play, we watched so many ads on the stream. I was like, oh no, that's not good.
So again, Colors was asking if we've played Battle Sector. I did enjoy Battle Sector. I haven't played any of the DLC stuff that they came out with, but I'm a huge Blood Angels fan, so anything that's to do with the Blood Angels is... So it's like a full-on, absolutely full-on turn-based RPG. Not even RPG, sorry. It's like a full-on turn-based RTS. Pretty fun.
Okay, yeah.
Fun.
Look, I haven't played too many RTSs. The last time I really got into an RTS was Lord of the Rings Battle for Middle-earth 2. And Halo Wars. Played a little bit of Halo Wars. I never even touched Halo Wars 2.
Neither.
Which is crazy because it literally drops off right during like it ends and leads right into Halo Infinite. And if I hadn't watched YouTube videos, I wouldn't have known that either. Yeah. It's kind of crazy.
Battle Sector is fun. It's very strategic. Like you can get killed very quickly.
Okay.
But it is fun though. It is very fun. And then the other thing, like Marcus said, like I was suffering from FOMO, so I thought, you know what, I'll give Claire Obscura a bit of a go. So for me, I'm not a fan of turn-based stuff, right? Now, the reason for this, let me talk.
I'll kill you.
Because everyone's like, oh, turn-based, I hate turn-based, blah, blah, blah. So the reason that I'm not a fan is because I just have memories of like playing Final Fantasy VII, Final Fantasy VIII, and just you're running and then there's a fight and you're like, oh, okay, cool. And then another fight and another fight and another fight. And it's just all of a sudden I haven't done anything but fight people for like an hour. And it kind of, I play these games for the stories, right? The stories are absolutely incredible. And Claire Obscura does not. Like it's such a beautiful story. It's so It's so emotional and it's so intense, and but it doesn't have all of the usual turn-based nonsense. So like, if you don't want to fight something, you just run around it. Like you don't have to fight everything. There's not random encounters. They're kind of planned encounters. And it's yeah, I'm really enjoying it. I'm taking it slow. I'm kind of playing an hour or two and then taking a break and then playing an hour or two more. It's very it's taking me a while to figure out what I'm actually supposed to be doing. Um, I'm
Yeah.
playing it on easy,
Yeah.
and so everything's easy. Things are dying. I'm not worrying about that. But like
Yeah.
I can feel that I'm not getting the most out of it because like you know how each character has its own kind of setup and its own build, and
Yeah.
you have to so like Loom, for instance, you like she's got all the elemental stuff, and you have to get all those kind of elemental things, and then the more of those you have, they make other attacks stronger, and then by doing that attack, that makes this attack stronger, and you kind of just build on it, and then you can use the other characters to build on that as well. But I definitely feel I'm missing out on a lot of that stuff. I've had to jump on YouTube and kind of like really dive into it.
So I will say this, with you taking your time, just a few pointers because I had to figure out a lot of it myself. I will say, what my I was let me say this, Mael is going to be a lot of people use her and she becomes super not OP, but she becomes real powerful. So I
Hmm.
will say, she's a good one to use. Lune as well. I love Lune.
Yeah,
But I really used her for. She had like one attack I ended up getting that I really love, and then everything else was pretty much like healing. Um, you'll kind of see as you go along. Focus like they have like some of the pictos they have. Just a hint. Anything that's burning, like you get a couple attacks that like it'll increase more if you burn or things of that nature. So
yep,
that's what I would recommend. Just kind of focus on if you can burn the people and breaking. Like if you ever fight a mannequin, when you're
yep,
fighting the mannequin,
yep.
they pay attention to that little white bar that's under the health. To break them. That's what you want to do. Once you break them, is what I'm calling. And
They just drop, right? Yeah,
yeah, correct. Yeah, and
yeah.
it's so much easier to beat them once you break them. But
Mm,
like you said, you're taking your time, yeah, and that's fine. Playing on easy, I got to a point where I was like, you know what, I had to switch to easy as well. So I completely
mm,
understand. But I will say I'm not a big turn based guy. I play them, but I'm not huge on them. But one thing I love, man, it feels so rewarding, is when you parry. When somebody throws 5 attacks at you and you parry each and every one of them, and you get a
oh
good
yeah,
counter.
yep.
Ah, that is so rewarding. Because when they
Oh yeah,
counter, everybody counters so it ain't just like even if it's me, you, and Frazier, they can be aiming at you, but as long as you parry, all three of us get the hit back. So
oh,
like
it's
it's
so
so rewarding.
yeah,
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 yeah. And I think another thing about like the turn-based stuff is that it's all very strategic. Like
mhm,
you know where your turn is in the order, and you're like, okay, cool.
yeah,
So this guy's going to attack me, and he's going to take off most of my health. So I have to figure out how to heal this guy before he
yeah,
dies, and then that, and so that's where I get lost in it all. Like I
yeah.
just not clear obscura, but just turn based in general. It's the kind of strategic side of things that I don't know. I know I should give more of them a go because some of these games are just gorgeous, and I know that I'm missing out on a lot of amazing stuff, but just can't do it.
See, that's the thing
Man.
is you just grab your favorite Pokemon and you go and pray for the best. That's
Yep.
that's how a
Yeah.
real
Yeah.
Listen,
strategy
And
man
you
does
just
it,
punch
you
each
know?
other in the face
And
until
just
someone falls down. That's
there you go.
it.
Stop, you're giving me flashbacks to the first Pokemon
Yeah.
movie.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And
That's
so
oof.
I'm is it Cecil, Celine, Seal.
Celine Dion. What?
Oh, she's a babe too. What's the one that you have? She's got a spinning staff thing.
Sael.
Oh, we're talking
Sael.
about Expedition 33.
Yeah,
I was thinking
yeah.
of Pokemon.
She's a babe. I'm all about her. I'm trying to figure out how to use her properly.
Sael is nice.
Yeah.
I know some people kind of shied away from it, but I enjoy using Sael with her attacks. I will say this one thing. There's a blade you get once you kill. It's like you fight the duelist or whatever, and you get his blade. I'm not sure how far you are, so I'm not gonna tell you any character details. But when you fight him, you get his blade, and you can attack equip his blade to one of your party members. It'll let you know which one, but you can hit twice. So basically, what it allows you to do, it allows you to you do a regular attack, and then you can come back and do like a skill based attack, and also there are pictos that you can add that can also help do that as well. So like I said, it's so much to this game, man. Like when we did our review yesterday or Thursday, and my friend, he's played like he fell in love with it. He's been playing, like he was telling me stuff. I was like, I did not know that. Like it's so much to this game.
I got 8 hours in and figured out that I missed something, so I started again.
One of my friends as well.
I love it. I'm having such a good time with it, and I'm definitely someone who as soon as I found out it was turn-based, I was like, nah, I'm out. But like Colors is saying like that it takes him a while to get that parry down. So for me, I feel like every single time I turn the game on, I have to relearn how to fucking parry. Like, I just for some reason, and I'm playing it on story, so the parry window is very big, and I still miss it. I still will mess up that parry a lot.
It takes some time.
Having loads of fun with it. I'm about maybe 2 hours into Act 2.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
How
many acts there are? Maybe 3. I don't know.
To Caller's point about that. No, I was just gonna say this real quick, and then I'll give it back to you. But like Caller's Fade is talking about like how he kind of wishes that the HP and damage you could keep that on normal, but then the parry and dodge windows have that on story mode. You know, we were preaching that a couple weeks back about Doom and how like accessibility, like this stuff. I hope that games like Doom, the Dark Ages is making it more known to other people and other developers. Like, hey, this is a really important thing. Like, more accessibility is better for literally everyone, not just people who rely on it. I would absolutely love to see that, because there are some games that the parrying is absolutely ridiculous, or there's this aspect to it that's ridiculous. And like with Doom, I mean, I'm sure some people probably kept the parrying on normal. I turned it on easy. I turned the parrying on easy, and then I turned the ammunition on high, because I'm like, I'm not playing a survival crafting game. I'm here to blow shit up and go on. So I was like, I don't want to worry about ammo.
Absolutely.
Give me all the ammo.
Absolutely.
Bang, bang, bang. I get through it. But sorry, that's all I was going to say about that. But I'll give it back to Marcus.
Yeah, I turned enemy health down, enemy damage up, my health down, I think, and ammo up. So like I said, I'm just shooting. I'm dying as quickly as they're dying. So it like that's what a hard mode should be for me.
Oh, yeah.
I don't want bullet sponges. I don't want fucking to have to search for ammo. All of that kind of stuff. I just want it to be harder.
Yeah.
Which probably means just I take more damage. Everything's the same, but I just take more damage or do less damage or something. I don't know. But yeah, when they start to like all of a sudden you're having to put a full clip into them before they're dying, that's not hard. That's just boring.
Yeah, that's when they turn into a sponge. But yeah, absolutely.
Steve's here.
Yeah,
love you, Steve.
Steve, I handle those things exactly the same way, especially like with games like Liza P or whatever. I'll start like with the dodging. I'm comfortable with that. I've played Dark Souls. Let's just dodge, and then we'll figure out the parrying later. So it's actually a fire take. Before we get into our main topic of the day, about here 38 minutes in, no, I just want to talk about what I've been playing real quick. So I've been on vacation this week, went to North Carolina, saw the home team, saw Dance Gavin Dance, and it was absolute fucking fire. They played some super old school. They're like a 20-year-old band who played old school songs, and I was there for it. One of the best concerts I've ever been to. And Megan, my wife, doesn't even like that kind of music, and she had a blast too. But it was weird. People in North Carolina are definitely very different from... I've lived in Texas, I've lived in Ohio, I've lived in a lot of different places, but let me tell you, when I was in North Carolina, no offense to anybody listening, but y'all are assholes, all right? Holy crap. I mean, gee whiz. Like, I cannot tell you how many people on the road just like, I'm not even going to get into the road topic, all right? But, like, they're in the concert. One dude's like, I need to poop. My wife was, like, already trampled 100 times, and she's like, all right, go on ahead. And so he just looks her dead in the eyes and shoves her. I didn't even know about this. I didn't even see it. And then she tells me about it later. I'm like, why didn't you tell me? I would have got that guy. And she's like, yeah, and then get us kicked out of the concert. And I was like, gee whiz. But yeah, no, people were just absolute assholes, like shoving each other out of the way. Like, listen, if you're a metalcore fan, you know that metalcore people are the nicest group of people. This is the first time I've gone to a concert and had like a negative experience with like the people in the crowd. It was weird, but I totally blame it on North Carolina, not the metalheads.
I hate saying this because like I'm getting old, dude. But it's the fucking it's the new generation of metalheads.
These fucking kids and their Nintendos.
The new generation of metalheads do not know how to mosh. It's not about hurting each other. It's about fucking having fun, right?
Right. Yeah.
Like one of the scariest mosh pits I was ever in was in the White Stripes because there's fucking idiots just punching dudes for no reason. It's like, this is ridiculous. Like, why are you doing this? This is the White Stripes. Chill the fuck out.
Oh my gosh. That's crazy. Yeah. But no, I just spent some time visiting with family. I've been relaxing a lot this week and mainly driving because, North Carolina is like an 8-hour drive from here. But so I was there hanging out with my wife's sister's husband, and he also plays a lot of video games. And he has been, we were looking for a game to just kind of hop into, and I was like, oh hey, let's try this Splitgate 2. I know it just dropped and it's free to play, and it's a really small game. First green flag of that game is it is like 40 gigabytes to download. It's free to play, and I'm hooked. I'm absolutely fucking hooked on this game. I am really surprised that I haven't seen more people in our group talking about it, just because now listen, I never played the first Splitgate, so to me, I'm discovering something brand new, right? So part of me is like, how much of this is brand new, and how much of this is Splitgate, but a little more fresh. So the concept of the game is, of course, that it is a first-person shooter game. It's an arena shooter, and you shoot portals. Now here's the thing: you can't just shoot portals anywhere on the map. There are specific tiles on walls and on floors and on ceilings. And when I say floors and ceilings, it's very rare. Like, very specific locations will have them on the floor or ceiling. You can't, like, set it up to where you put a portal, like, put a portal above, like, a destination or something you got to defend, and then you put a portal somewhere else and you shoot through it. It doesn't work like that. You can tell that by the level design that the developers took a lot of great care into thinking, how would somebody exploit this? And then they made it not that way, if that makes sense. Yep. And I have I put like 7 hours into it so far throughout this week, and I haven't been dealing with things that you usually deal with in a multiplayer game, such as getting spawn killed, such as getting overly swamped. It's got that perfect mixture of, there are times I feel like I can get a triple kill easy, then there are times where I feel like, man, I barely came out of that one-on-one alive. It is, I'm noticing that you can see the Call of Duty players from a mile away, because the Call of Duty players, they'll zigzag and, they'll crouch, and then the Halo guys, they'll be jumping and they got the floating, kind of like Destiny 2 where you can float in the air, but it's still a super jump. So it's a mixture between a Halo and a Destiny jump. So, you can clearly see who the Destiny players are, who the Halo players are, who the Call of Duty players are. And honestly, even for a casual person, it's a lot of fun. But the big selling point, of course, is the portals. Like I've said in the chat, and no, it's not Concord, Steve, but I will say, in one way that it made me think of Concord. You can tell the Concord players about this game, but the one thing I will say is, it's like the characters are kind of generic. Like, so far, when I've skimmed the battle pass, I have skimmed the store, there's not much to be seen. Most of the characters are kind of generic looking. Still better than Concord, but still kind of generic. I'm gonna try to wrap this up so we can get into our topic, but I've just been having a lot of fun with it. No, but the main selling point of it is the portals, right? So you can set it up to where, all right, let's say you're taking cover behind this wall, and you see a portal behind you and a portal behind the enemy. You can shoot a portal behind the enemy, take cover, put a portal where they can't see, and you can shoot through that portal at the enemy. So you are doing like on the fly puzzle solving and crazy trick shots at all times. And I know it sounds complicated, but at the same time, it's very approachable. Like, if you've played Portal, you get the concept. If you've played Halo, you get the concept, right? Now, the thing that is new to Splitgate 2 versus the first game, or at least as far as I'm aware, is the fact that there is now a Battle Royale mode. The Battle Royale, I have, dipped my toe into it a little bit today. And the Battle Royale, I mean, I don't want to make crazy claims so early into playing it, but so far my impression is that I much prefer this Battle Royale to Fortnite or Apex Legends, primarily because I think its biggest selling point is that you can spawn. There's only team of fours. There's not 2, 3, 1. It's just all teams of 4. You got 4 locations. You drop in. You got, let's say 3 of you die and 1 person's left alive and they've gone to go hide. You got that 1 person on your team who just likes to hide and live out through the match, right? He wants to get to wave 100 and then pop out and shoot some heads, right? Well,
Yep.
That's the guy who's saving the whole team's ass, because we all get to spawn on you, right? Now, let's see. You can also have a time period where you can revive that person in their where they died. The more times you die, the longer the spawning gets. Too many. I'll get to your question here in a second, Steve. But then let's see. What else was there? But yeah, there are 4 locations, right, where you can drop in at. And it drops like Apex Legends, if you've ever played Apex Legends, where there's 4 people coming in at once, and 1 person is the drop leader, and they kind of choose where it goes. Now, you don't have to listen to that guy. You can drop early, but you're only screwing yourself over. Whenever you find a weapon, another thing that differs from other shooters, right, is the fact that you look at Fortnite and you look at Apex Legends, usually you find a weapon or you find a piece of armor. This game strictly has treasure chests. Once you find the treasure chest, you've got a whole fucking loadout right there. You've got the guns, you've got armor pads, you've got health, you've got all you need, and there's an abundance of them. So at no point do you feel like you're struggling to survive. It feels like the game is primarily focusing on the fact of who's the last man standing, who is the most skilled person here, and even at that, who's the best at surviving. So it kind of takes a little bit of all of those things. And I think that's a perfect segue into Steve's question. Steve's question is, do we have too many multiplayer games with quote-unquote fun gimmicks? So I think that's a really good question, Steve, because, yeah, I would think as a game developer, your first thought when you're making a game is how do we stick out, right? If you're let's just say you're a comic book artist or something, or you're a writer, a creator of any type, even doing what we're doing right now with this podcasting, what do you do to make yourself stand out? What do you do to make yourself different? And that's where you start getting into an oversaturation and look, oh, we got this fun gimmick. You should come over here because, of XYZ thing. You even look at games like Fragpunk. They had the card system, and come over here instead of Valorant because we've got a card system. And I reviewed that game, and if you read that review, you would know that, like, the way I felt about it was, this is a gimmick. This is just kind of like, here's a side thing. It kind of shakes it up a little bit, but at its core, it's quite simply just another Valorant with a tiny twist on it. Then you've got games like Splitgate, where these quote-unquote gimmicks are changing the way you interact with the game to the point where it makes it unique. You know what does that make sense? Like, you're actually building upon something that already works. Like, Splitgate knows, and I mean, once you play it, you'll see what I'm saying. Splitgate knows what they are ripping off creatively. You know what I mean? But they're a prime example of, hey, we looked at Apex Legends, we looked at Fortnite, we looked at Halo, we saw what did and didn't work for them, and we tried to take out all the things we think did work, and we put in all the things that we think should have been added. And boy, is that, like, the more I play it, like I said, I've only played 7 hours, but the more I play it, the more I'm like, yeah, no, you can see that with this game. And one of the things, I'm going to say one more thing, and I'm going to shut the fuck up so we can get into our topic. But Addy,
talking about Splitgate.
Yeah, Adam, who did all of our summaries, right? I told Fraser was talking about how he wasn't able to watch any of the showcases, so I said, yeah, no, I had to squeeze watching the Summer Games Fest showcase while I was driving to North Carolina, and he's like, wow, if only there was a place you could go to read all those things. And I was like, yeah, but I need it organically, because listen, I have gotten good use out of Addy's articles outside of that, right? I just wanted to get the initial announcements, right? So I love you, Addy, you did a great job. But when they came out and they announced Splitgate 2, the dude basically got up on stage and was like, y'all are sick of waiting for Titanfall 3 and it's never coming, and you guys are sick and tired of waiting for Battle Royale and Halo, so, fuck all y'all, here's Splitgate 2. It was the hardest mic drop of Summer Games Fest. It was awesome. I was like, I was freaking out. It was a very badass moment.
I felt the complete opposite. I was like, who the fuck is this idiot? That's what I. So it's very interesting that we both had different experiences of it. Yeah, I watched it.
Being thrown at Summer Games Fest.
He's got a bat. Why does he have a bat?
It's called the
What's
big.
He gonna do?
It's the new melee weapon in the game. It's called the BFG, big fucking bat. BFB. My bad. BFB. My bad. Yeah. But that's what that's about. All right, I'm done talking Splitgate 2. Let's get on with the show. Marcus, tell me about let's go one by one. What's your first game on your list that you are super excited for from wow, okay, Steve, I thought you were a trash announcement. Okay. Your mom was a trash announcement. But we got but yeah, no, Marcus, what was your first game on your list that you would like to talk about, that the game that you saw and all the showcases that got you super pumped?
It to be honest with you, it would probably be. I'm trying to. I'll go with 007. I was not. I had
Ooh,
heard
yep,
rumors.
yep,
Had heard the rumors that we were getting a 007 announcement that around Monday or Tuesday. Rumors were going around. I was online seeing a couple of them, and was not expect. I wouldn't expect. I'm thinking we're gonna get uh, uh, maybe not a new Bond story, but like just regular Bond. But to see what they're doing, I'm it really excited me. I'm looking forward to it. Um, can't wait to see more. Of course, definitely want to see some more gameplay, but I like the stealth aspect. I like that they decided to go young with it. You got a young Bond
mm-hmm,
entering the double O program. I think that's kind of dope. What I'm saying, that way
yep,
he's not as fine tuned, not shaking martini. He's still early on. So
yep.
listen, I thought that looked really good, and I'm really excited for it. I really want to see more. If they pull this off, because they can pull it off. I love that they're using I think Mads Mikkelsen is in the game for a little bit as well, because he was the villain in, or the Bond villain in Casino Royale.
Yeah,
So I think he's going to be in the game as well. So I'm excited for it. I'm excited for that. That's one that caught my eye and was like, I can't wait to see more of that.
they could not have chosen a better developer to make that game. Like,
I
I
agree.
think maybe 6 months ago, maybe a year ago, we were talking about like, perfect developers for perfect games.
Mhm.
This is one of those things, because like the Hitman and James Bond just feel so organically like an evolution of each other. The one thing
Yeah.
I will say though is that with Hitman, the the open combat is not quite right. So like the stealth stuff is next level incredible. But then
Yeah.
when you get discovered and when you have to shoot your way out of somewhere, it's rough. So I am like I've got I don't have they're gonna do an amazing job. I don't doubt it. But
Yeah.
they need to get the open combat right.
I agree. I agree.
Yeah.
Do you think it could? I mean, if it's gonna be open combat, it kind of is. Have they really said if it's gonna be more in line with something like Metal Gear Solid 5, maybe? Like in that kind of
Like
open combat sense?
I don't think there'll be open combat. But in James Bond films,
Mhm.
he's stealthing, he's doing his thing, but there's always a shootout scene. There's
Oh,
always
okay.
some sort of
Yeah.
Yeah.
epic
Yeah.
shootout scene. Hitman doesn't do shootout scenes very well.
Yeah. It's
So
very true.
that's where they need to put all of their time for me personally. Like when
Yeah.
when we have these shootout scenes, they need to be good.
I agree. I agree, because
Yep.
that's the car chase, or car chasing scene. That's got to be right. That you got to
Yep.
put that. It's a James Bond. It's like an essential James Bond. Got to
Mhm.
have that. Got to have the shootout. And even with the combat, the hand to hand combat, does need to be on point, because it doesn't
Yep.
fight like it's not a whole lot of hand to hand, but it's going to have those interactions with the throw hands with people, and it needs to be
Yep.
smooth and everything. So
Yes.
hopefully they get those right.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, I'm kind of hoping because we did see at one point where he kind of pulled off a little bit of an execution of like two different people at one point. Am I? Yeah. So I'm kind of hoping they go with a Splinter Cell Blacklist kind of style, where if you are hiding behind something, maybe because I have the same concerns as you, Fraser. Uh, I kind of am hoping like, okay, if you're hiding behind a pillar of some sort, you can mark your enemies and then go into an execution. But then again, I mean, that's just, that's simply just executions. That's still not tackling your issue of like, okay, well, once all hell breaks loose, can IOI deliver a good shootout experience? So, Fraser, do you want to go ahead and get into your first game? Oh, also, it's crazy that you predicted that, but go ahead.
Very good.
I was laughing so hard when they showed 007. I'm like, oh, what?
So, first of all, to open the Summer Game Fest, so as you know, I'm a huge heavy metal fan. Huge. They opened the Summer Game Fest with one of the greatest, like, death black metal bands of all time, Behemoth. And the trailer for, I didn't know what was happening. I never played the original Mortal Shell. I never played it. But I was watching this trailer and I was like, what on earth is this? The music is just perfect. Oh, anyway, that's not my game, but I was just saying, opening the Summer Games Fest with Behemoth, mate. We're living in a time. Woo!
Absolutely incredible. It's on my honorable mentions, and it's on the article that I wrote down because I did not play Mortal Shell. It always just looked like a standard Souls-like game. This game looks sick as hell. The gunplay, the executions, all of it. Oh, looks awesome.
Yep. Absolutely. But yeah, so for me, I felt like Mundfish, they bought the goods. They bought the goods this time. Whether it be their publishing arm or them in general, I was not expecting to get an Atomic Heart 2.
Yeah, pretty early.
I was never expecting that to happen.
So that caught me completely off guard because I remember the first one dropped and I don't remember a lot of people talking about it. I remember some people played it, but I don't remember distinctly anybody talking about it or whatever. And I've seen it off and on. I was like, it reminded me of kind of like Wolfenstein or BioShock. So I was like,
yeah.
But seeing the trailer for the second one, I'm like, yo, I think I need to go play the first one.
The first one is brilliant.
Okay.
It's weird. Like, it's one of those games where there's no when you get into a gunfight and you kill all the enemies and then you move on?
Yeah.
This game has never ending enemies. So you are constantly on the move. You're constantly running away from encounters. You're kind of fighting when you have to, but also running when you have to. I wasn't expecting it. It did get a little bit old towards the end because you're just I'm running again. I'm constantly running from encounters.
Even when you're shopping, you're fighting off sexual advances by the robots.
Dude, the robots are so weirdly sexual. It is unreal. It's absolutely unreal. Like, exactly like Nathan said, you're shopping and this fucking this vending machine is trying to get into your pants and you're just like, what is happening?
It's like, oh, stick the money into me. Stick it into me now. It's hilarious. Crispy critters. Oh, it's my favorite saying now ever since playing that game. Listen, if you don't like the term crispy critters or you find it offensive religiously, don't play this game because you're going to hear the term crispy critters every 0.2 seconds, all right?
The shooting's done really well. It feels really messy, but it's not. It's very well done. You've got kind of like that BioShock kind of augmentation thing, and you've got guns. So they kind of mix those two together. But this one showed some really interesting camera angles. Like they had it looked like a camera on the side of a helmet, and there was like wall running and grappling. It also looks like there could be co-op. I'm on board. I'm hooked for this. I can't not wait. In fact, I want to go back and replay Atomic Heart just to get back in the zone.
It's a fun game.
It was brilliant.
It's definitely a brilliant game. I'm curious to see. Did they say it was coming to Game Pass? Can't remember.
I don't remember.
I definitely go check out Addy's article. He'll tell you.
Yeah, the first one was originally on Game Pass, but I don't think it is anymore.
Okay. Yeah, no, it's not. I know Xbox got some flat. There is a whole drama. We won't get into it here. But I want to bounce right off of you.
Is it because of the overly, heavily aggressive Russian?
Yes. Yeah.
It was very. But then, it's okay for a game to be pro-American.
Right. Right.
Why can't I be pro my country?
We're getting into dangerous territory here.
Yeah, we're not talking about that.
We don't talk about
but then
politics.
To go from Atomic Heart into the Cube, was just wild too. They're like, oh, also by the way, we're making this other co-op experience in the same world as Atomic Heart, but it's also just a completely new game with weird monsters and the moving terrain. Fuck, it looked amazing.
Yep. So that was actually on my list of 3. Was Ill, the other game by the team that's kind of come off of Mundfish. They're a new studio working with Mundfish to make a new game, and it's a first-person shooter game. It looks really freaking cool. I'm all about new experiences by new teams. Oh man, it looked absolutely gut-wrenching, and I'm here for it.
And the closing scene of him just kicking that baby into fucking mist. What is happening?
Oh my god.
I'm so here for that game.
Absolutely.
I cannot wait.
Absolutely. Yeah. I'm right there with you.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and just move right into Marcus's next game.
Yeah.
Pull this up because I completely. So, the other game, and this can be from any of the shows, right?
Wait, what now? Oh yeah, any of the shows. Yep.
Something that really caught my attention, man, from the Xbox was Mudang Two Hearts.
Oh yes.
I'm like, what is this? It's and people were comparing it to a Korean Splinter Cell. It looked amazing. I'm like. Yeah, and I'm sitting here. I was like, "What is this? What is this?" I'm thinking, this can't be Splinter Cell, but what is this? This looks good, and it looks amazing. So that right there just it caught me off guard, and I'm just trying to figure out what was going on, what this game is. But this is another one that kind of got me excited. I love those. I miss those days of Ghost Recon, Advanced Warfighter, the old Ghost Recon, or Rainbow Six. Give me a Rainbow Six Vegas remake. I love those games.
Yep.
I love Splinter Cell, all those old school Tom Clancy games. Give me those back. And this kind of reminds or puts me in the mind of those. I'm excited for it.
Yeah.
This game does look
incredible,
sick.
Didn't it?
It really does.
Tactical SWAT, whatever, but then also monsters.
Yes.
Come on. And the trailer's beautiful as well.
Oh, 100%.
The trailer is beautiful.
No, I mean, and this is another game where it's where the hell? I mean, we're going to get into this topic here in a little bit, but where the hell's Splinter Cell? That game's been in development forever. Where the hell is Perfect Dark? And while we're waiting for those two games, this game is the perfect game to keep your eyes on until we hear more about those games. Yeah, this game looks phenomenal. I'm right there with you. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, I'm. You go ahead.
Oh, okay. I thought you were going to try to say something. So Fraser, what is your second game?
Dude, so I got a few written down here. Another one that's going to interest me. There's one called Acts of Blood. Now, this is a solo developer, so it's one guy. It looks like a kung fu nonsense. There's a demo. There is a demo on Steam which is very good, and it's a 3D beat 'em up. Um, it it just looks incredible. It plays incredible. The demo was really fun. I'm watching this game to see what happens next. The combat is just brilliant.
The parkour looks like a ton of fun. Hi, Shine Bright.
There was no parkour in the demo, so that's the demo was all combat. But if you look at there's gunplay, there's brutal executions.
It's like Sifu meets Batman Arkham City.
Yeah, made by one guy.
One guy, absolutely insane. And isn't there a big actor behind this game too? I'm wanting to say. I don't know. I feel like there's a reveal, and I was kind of surprised by who was behind it. No, never mind. I'm thinking of a different game. No. My bad. I'll shut up.
Yeah. But yeah, so we have seen it before, and it has been around for a while. But it's really cool to see it on Summer Games Fest. Like, this is massive. That is massive to have a solo dev have his game on that. So that's one for me. Watch and wait.
Yeah. Let's definitely keep a close eye on that one because I am also really excited for that. The next game I was going to bring up is let's talk Scott Pilgrim. I was just again, I was driving, just kind of like half paying attention to it over on the side, and I see that the studio, what's their name? Tribute Games, the ones behind Shredder's Revenge, TMNT, that they were behind this game, and they were coming back to original IP, and I was like, wait, what's this? And as soon as I saw that it was Scott Pilgrim, I freaking lost my mind. I cannot wait. A 4-player co-op game, like couch co-op game. This game looks like a ton of fun. And what's funny is like when you see this game, it's not one of those things you see this and you think, oh, this is a Nathan-ass game. No, it's just this game looks sick as hell, and I'm totally here for it. This is not. Here again. No. I gotta pay for YouTube Premium, everybody. Okay, cut me some slack. Jeez.
That's still not it.
It's still playing some other thing.
I'll be interested.
Yeah, I agree. I remember playing the first Scott Pilgrim game back on my 360. Like me and my friends just in the room playing Scott Pilgrim like that. Listen, I can't wait for this. When I saw it, and I saw what it was, I was like, yes, I'm ready. I'm here. I'm probably gonna be there day one. I love a good beat 'em up as well. I love beat 'em ups, so this would be right up my alley.
Yeah,
definitely.
There's also I definitely urge anybody who is also interested in this kind of game and a beat 'em up to go and look up, just because I can't remember the name off the top of my head, but go look to gamersocialclub.ca and look at our PAX East. We also did an episode on it here on our YouTube channel. So there's an episode up where we talked about the things that Candy X Bomb and King of the Cask looked at, and there was a beat 'em up that looked absolutely phenomenal from dev that I've never heard of. So I've got my eye on both of those games, but yes, please go check out that episode or go to our website, check out our PAX East coverage. There's a beat 'em up game in there that is coming that will also fulfill all of your beat 'em up fantasies along with Scott Pilgrim. All right, so let's go ahead and move on. Hi, Russell. I see you in the chat. We got Marcus. You're up next. What is the third game that you are super stoked for?
It's a game we've seen a few times, and that is Mouse PI for Hire.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Very exciting stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the big actor I was thinking of. Yeah.
Yeah.
Troy Baker.
And then we saw Troy Baker as with Detective Peppers or whatever.
Crazy.
Listen, I was excited for this game when they initially showed it, and we initially saw it. But the more and more, like I don't want to see anything else that comes out. But I'm ready for this game. I can't wait for it.
Yeah.
Can't wait to get my hands on it and play it. Everything looks good. It looks fun. Looks like it's gonna be entertaining. I can't wait. It's gonna be a good time.
Yep. Definitely.
I'm very excited about that one. I've had my eyes on that one as well. Fraser, what is your next game?
So this one is, I'm on the fence about it. The first one was incredible, High on Life.
Oh yeah.
So High on Life was very fun. It was very funny. But I think that Justin Roiland was the reason that it was fun and funny. Because ever since he has kind of parted ways with Rick and Morty, not quite as good. The same with, there's another show that he made called Solar Opposites.
It's on Hulu.
The first 3 or 4 seasons are absolutely incredibly funny. And then he parts ways with it, and it is not great anymore. So I don't, he's not a great dude. He's a terrible human being, but he can write some really funny stuff. So I'm hoping that High on Life 2 will be just as good, but I'm hesitant.
I gotta say, the funniest achievement, there has not been funnier achievements than in that game. Absolutely 10 out of 10 funny ass achievements in that game. I love it. That boss fight where all those achievements stop popping and you're like, oh, am I done? Oh, wait, no, I'm not done. Okay, now I'm done. No, it's still going. Absolutely phenomenal. I'm with you on that. I hope that it lives up to the hype. I hope that they add enough stuff into it to make it just as engaging, and hopefully it's even half as funny, because, I mean, there was definitely some funny-ass stuff in that game.
Yeah, so weird. So weird. And that's it, like that. I don't know if either of you have seen that Solar Opposites show. It's fucking weird too.
Yes, I have seen that. It's great.
And like I said, the first few seasons, again, weirdly over sexual. It's so weirdly sexual, that show. But anyway, moving on from that, when he parts ways with it and they replace his voice with this British dude, like, what the fuck's happening there?
I don't even know.
What the fuck is going on? It's a completely new show now, and it's no way near as funny or near as good.
So
that's me. So that was my one. High on Life 2.
Okay. I thought of this question as we were gearing up for the show, and I kind of wish that I had thought of it earlier this week, but the games that surprised you the most from the showcases, and I would have said that. Between Atomic Heart 2 and High on Life 2, I was more surprised by High on Life 2 showing up, because honestly, I didn't even realize that they were still actively working on another AA or a AAA game. What we're looking at right now on screen is what Steve brought up in the chat. Trover Saves the Universe. And this does look a lot like, it looks like in the same realm of High on Life. Looks pretty cool.
I remember this. I remember this.
Yeah.
I've heard of this game.
I've never heard of this, but yeah, it definitely looks right up my alley. Because, I mean, like I said, I did really enjoy High on Life.
Okay, thanks, Steve. I'll pop that on the list.
Thanks for the mention, Steve.
Trover Saves the Universe.
So the last game that I've got down, and everybody in the Discord chat is not going to be surprised because I immediately was freaking out about this. Romeo is a Dead Man at the PlayStation Showcase looked absolutely sick. And I know I'm just going to kind of sound a little bit like a broken record here, because my feedback for this is going to be the same as Mortal Shell 2. The mixture between the gunplay and the melee looks absolutely fun as hell. Now, we're watching the announcement trailer right here, And when I was watching this, it gave me a headache, and I was like, "Oh, I am so not in for this game." I was like, "I like the art, I like the funness of it, the vibe of it. I think it's really cool." But as soon as it gets into the gameplay, I'm absolutely sold. I love goofiness like this. It kind of gives me a little bit of Roller Drome vibes in the sense of its art style, a little bit. It's made by, let's see, I wrote down the studio. It's made by Grasshopper Studios. Now, they have made the game No More Heroes and Lollipop Chainsaw. So I'd be curious to know how long this was in development and how long they've been working on this. But this just looks like a really clean-cut, fun game. I really like Devil May Cry games, and right now we're looking at the combat, and I'm just like, oh, man, this looks like a gory Devil May Cry game in a you're in a mall right now. We're watching them go through zombies in a mall. I'm like, here we go, Dead Rising too.
Yes, that's what it looks like, a mix of No More Heroes and Dead Rising.
Yeah,
it looks fun though. This game, I completely forgot about this game, but yes, I agree. This was one that caught me off guard and was like, yo, what is this?
I'm absolutely in on this one. So, that's definitely one that caught my eye, and I'm going to be following. Marcus, do you want to go ahead and get into your honorable mentions?
Sure. And the only reason this made my honorable mention is, and not my actual list, is because I want to see more, and that is first time seeing a game from this studio that is not Pokemon.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Piece of reincarnation. I don't know what it is. I want to know what it is. I want to see more. But the fact that it's coming from Game Freak, and if anybody knows me, I'm a Pokemon guy. So the fact that they're making a game that's not Pokemon,
it's crazy.
I'm intrigued. I'm there. Like, I just need to see more. Let me know kind of what we're doing. But that right there just kind of like, yo, was screaming, what is this? Yeah. And then I saw the Game Freak logo. I'm like, I'm losing my mind.
Is it Pokemon?
Exactly. I'm saying they're putting Pokemon on
Xbox. Why is there a beast in Pokemon?
The traversal during combat looks like how she can just like sprout out those vines and like jump on them and flip, and the animations look incredible. I love her little hat, and you've got a wolf. I mean, tick and tick. I'm in.
Yeah,
I'm here for it. Like I said, I want to see a little bit more, but so far it looks good. Only thing I hate about these is we see games like this. They look so good and all this, and we don't either we don't hear from them and they never come out, or like they come out and it's just like so. I'm hoping this comes out. You know, I'll wait another year or two, but I'm hoping, you know, this comes out and is as good as it looks.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, I hope so too. You know, I mean, it's definitely nerve-wracking because, I mean, Game Freak has never done anything like this before. Especially, have they even made a game multi-platform before? That's a good question.
I have to look it up.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. But no, it looks incredible.
It looks absolutely
like, I'm
fun.
here for it.
Yeah.
All right. And then, Frazier, would you like to mention one of your honorable mentions?
Yeah. So, I want to talk about Aphelion. So that was in the Xbox showcase.
Aphelion.
Don't Nod are pretty up there for me with their storytelling. Even though Banishers didn't do well, it was it was such an incredible game.
Yeah.
Aphelion.
Wait, what is it now?
I watched
Aphelion.
I'm watching Dano stream Banishers.
There we go.
Yeah. And so it looks very, very story heavy.
Yeah.
and I'm here for it. Banishes was incredible. I've been meaning to go through and do another playthrough of Banishes to get the other ending, but I just haven't had time.
Yeah.
It's too fucking long.
It's like a 50-hour game, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
And
The one thing I will say though is like the voice acting and the animation aren't great in this trailer, but it's still enough to get me interested.
well, I mean, this is a third-person game. You're mainly going to be walking forward. You're probably not really going to hear it too much, but yeah, it is kind of an
No,
issue
but like
because cinematics, if it's not looking too great or the lip sync aren't syncing very well, it kind of unimmerses you from the experience, especially when it's going for a very realistic art style.
yeah. So like the gameplay like this is the kind of stuff that I really enjoy. The kind of like exploration, trying to figure stuff out. It doesn't look like there's any combat whatsoever. Um, I might be wrong. But that's okay because
Yeah.
like games like Still Wakes the Deep that doesn't have any combat, and that game is fucking amazing.
Outlast 2, favorite
So,
horror. It's no
yep,
combat.
yeah, yeah.
But like
Sorry,
Assassin's Creed Shadows,
what
I
did
don't.
you?
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
What one did you say? What was the one that you mentioned, Nathan? Just then.
I was gonna say Assassin's Creed Shadows. I was gonna say how the sorry, I've already forgotten what I said before that. But what I
No, it's
was gonna
fine.
say was Assassin's Creed Shadows and how. Oh, Outlast. I'm sorry. No, I said Outlast
Yeah.
because Outlast didn't have any combat either, and that's my favorite horror game. Primarily because of that. And honestly, I could segue into Chronos: The New Dawn really easily right now. But we're on Aphelion right now. The thing about Assassin's Creed Shadows that I was going to bring up was one of my favorite side activities to do was those hidden trails, a part of the Creed
Yes.
stuff. I absolutely love those. I could do those all day long. And that game just looks like that is 100% what you're doing. You are just doing parkour stunts. You are traveling on the side of mountains. It looks like a blast. I think it's like my kind of relaxing type of game, but it's also kind of intense because it seems like you're going to be literally dangling off cliffs and stuff. But yeah, absolutely. That was a good pick. Since I am already here, if you don't mind, I was going to go ahead and segue into Chronos: The New Dawn as honorable mention because,
good one.
like I said earlier, that one is in the article that I've linked in the description. It is one that I'm very, very excited for. I know Russell is. I know Fraser is. I know a lot of us here at Gamer Social Club are really excited for that game. After watching the trailer, it looks like it's the Dead Space that we've been craving for. What I personally wanted out of Callisto Protocol. And the reason I say Outlast is why haven't we played Outlast Trials, Steve? That is a really good fucking question.
I don't own it, so that's one.
I don't own it either. I keep every time it goes on sale, I'm like, I don't have the spare $15 right now. That's always my reasoning. So yeah, I always wait for a sale and then I don't have the money whenever the sale comes. But no, the reason I coincide those two things is because the thing I think makes a good horror game is the feeling of helplessness, the feeling of I can't do anything. If I'm caught, I am screwed. Well, when we were watching that trailer, yeah, you've got a gun, you can do X, Y, and Z thing. There was no crosshairs. When we were looking at gameplay, there was no HUD. It was just like big, scary, freaking weird shaped monsters coming towards you, and you got this wimpy little pistol, and you have no idea where it's shooting. I'm like, oh, that looks amazing. That's what got me, because the first time I ever played Dead Space, like the first time I picked Dead Space up, it was that thing of, oh my gosh, like how do I fight this thing? Nowadays, it's like, oh yeah, press RB, get your pistol to shoot sideways and cut off the limbs. But going into this, it seems like I'm going to go back to that, first encounter type feeling again. So very, very, very excited for it. Marcus, what is your next honorable mention?
Honorable mention would be I'm gonna have to go with what is the name of the game? Hold on one second. Blood of the Dawn Walker. Dawn Walker. that looked really interesting.
Hmm?
I'm all for, a good third person action game like that. So yeah.
Pulling up gameplay of it right now. Yeah, that it's got all the vampires and stuff in it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. And I watched a little bit of the deep dive. Like they're saying it's gonna be like you are gonna have two kind of different power sets. Some you'll be able to use in the daytime, some you'll be able to use at night. And it's like you're not overpowered. You can easily be killed. It's a lot of stuff I like that they were bringing up in the deep dive they had.
Mm-hmm.
Like the story they were building with it. But this game, and it's like our second time seeing it, and I was like, okay, this is something that I'm gonna keep a watchful eye on, just to see where it goes. But I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah. This game looks sick.
So the trailer's so gory.
Oh, I
love it.
know.
Yeah.
It's
Oh.
crazy.
Yeah.
Viewer discretion advised. Everything's rated adult content on our channel.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
we're prepared for this. Yeah, this
Sure we
absolutely
are.
looks this absolutely looks sick. And then do you want to kind of skim through the rest of your honorable mentions before we move on to Fraser's honorable mentions?
I think that was
that the
outside
last
of
one you had?
That and I mentioned Beast of Reincarnation. Let me check my list. I was just making sure because I don't. It was a lot of games that caught my attention, but what's it? I just saw it. Chrono Odyssey.
Chrono Odyssey.
That was another. It
Yeah,
was at the Summer Game Fest. That looks interesting. That's one of my things that I'm gonna keep a watchful eye on. And I didn't want to bring it because I know there's a lot of people saw that game and was like the Marvel fighting game, Marvel Tokon Fighting Souls.
Yep.
And the fact that it's coming from the same people that made Dragon Ball Fighters. Like I'm not a big fighter guy, but Dragon Ball Fighters was what like a game that I played like a lot. I put a lot of hours in Dragon Ball Fighters. So that's something. It's coming from they're making the Marvel fighting game. I can't wait to play that there. And the other Marvel game I saw, which was a beat 'em up, was Marvel Cosmic Invasion.
Oh,
Like,
I'm so stoked for that game.
That looks fun.
Yeah. So that
was that side-scrolling one, right? The side-scrolling beat 'em up.
Yep.
Yeah, it looks so good.
Absolutely. I'm very, very excited for that one as well. It's actually on my fantasy critic draft list, so hopefully it does really, really well. All right, so Fraser, give it to me hard.
A couple, just a couple. So I can't believe we haven't talked about it, but fucking the Wu-Tang game. Yeah, boy,
yeah, that's pretty crazy.
I am so.
I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Yes.
And it's showing like the pictures and like you must find RZA, you must find Method Man, you must find Ghostface Killer. I was like, oh my god, this is fucking awesome. It gives me Afro Samurai vibes.
Yes.
Hopefully it's going to have an amazing soundtrack, and
it better.
Right? I wonder if it might have some new music. That'd be a bit of fun.
Oh my gosh, that would be crazy.
But yeah, so the Wu-Tang, I can't remember what the actual name is called.
The Deceiver.
Wu-Tang Rise of the Deceiver.
That's right. I mean, that's pretty awesome name as well. So yeah, it looks like a 3D kind of action adventure. I believe it's an RPG, and I also believe that it's co-op.
Yep.
So
they say it,
Yep.
That'll be a bit of fun.
Yeah.
The next one I've got was Tides of Tomorrow. So that was on the PlayStation State of Play. The thing that interested me was kind of I've just recently been playing through Detroit Human for the first time.
So good.
Yeah.
And I love like when you finish a mission or you finish a part of the story, you can go back and see what decisions your friends had made.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
this plays on that, but in real time. So you are running, and like the video showed, you're like, shit, do I go left or do I go right? Oh, well, fucking Marcus went left. That shit happened to him. I'm gonna go right. Like it looks really cool.
Yeah,
it does.
How they're going to do it, I don't know. But
Yeah.
I wanna see. I'm very interested to see where they go with that. What else have I got here? Keeper. So that was in the Xbox showcase. You are a lighthouse.
Oh,
And you,
yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yep.
the art style of that looked so good. And there was one scene where the lighthouse is like walking along the side of a cliff, and the cliff breaks away, and he kind of takes a few steps back. And I don't know how they did it, but they gave this lighthouse emotion. And he looks and feels scared. And I think this is going to be incredible. Look at that. Look at the art style.
Art style is
it's
very cool.
Yeah. So you are a lighthouse. I mean, that's pretty weird. Like that's pretty weird. But it looks like a kind of like a little action adventure. I'm not terribly sure if there's going to be much combat in it. I think it's going to be mainly puzzles.
Yeah.
But yeah, this part here, look, we see
Yep,
it falls,
right there.
and he goes back up against the wall, and it's like, I don't know, I felt his fear,
Yeah,
and that's cute.
it's
Little
kind of
bird
crazy.
puts a little floaty ring on him. Don't worry, buddy, you got this.
Go on, get out of
yeah,
here, you
so-
cute little spider-legged white lighthouse.
Yeah. So this is one that's on my list to
This looks
look
really
at.
good.
And then the last one, you all know how I feel about simulation games. I am all about simulation games. There was one that grabbed my attention called Fractured Blooms. Now this was in the Summer Game Fest.
Yeah.
It was a farming simulator mixed with like a cooking simulator, but it's a horror.
Yeah,
So
Yes, I remember.
looks very
there's
unique.
like the animation looks super weird too. Like, why are her eyes bleeding? I don't know.
I mean, I swear
Hopefully-
they made this game just for you, Fraser. It's kind of crazy.
I think so.
This
But,
might be a
like,
Fraser
yeah,
game of the year.
Yeah, I'm here for it. It looks great.
It's like you go from playing Harvest Moon to playing Resident Evil. It's kind of crazy.
Yeah. There was a game that I played the demo for a few months back. Shit, what's it called? Harvest. Hang on, let me just pull up Steam real quick.
Is it Harvest Moon?
No.
I do love me some good Harvest Moon, man.
You are very funny, very funny.
I know, I'm hilarious.
Let me just I think Harvest the Shadows it was called,
Oh, that sounds lighthearted.
and it is a farming simulator again, but a horror. And I thought, who started putting these two together? Like, why? And so you spend the day cleaning up this kind of homestead, just farming away, planting trees, doing all that kind of shit.
Yeah.
And then at night, fucking weird shit happens.
Ooh, I like weird shit.
it-
Ooh, this is
Yeah.
spooky.
And so that painting that's on the wall there,
Yeah.
that is your kind of your sanity meter. And so
Ooh.
you go to bed and the day ends, and you kind of get up, and what that painting represents is your mind and kind
Okay.
of what's going to happen in your mind.
Okay.
But yeah, I loved it. I had so much fun playing, but you can see it's real fucking spooky.
Yeah, it looks spooky. It kind of reminds me of more of a modernized Slenderman, but kind of cooler. Actually, it is
We
cooler for
Harvest
sure.
Shadows. That's what
Demo
it's
is
called.
on
We
Steam.
Harvest
Let's go.
Sure is. Yeah, so they are all my honorable mentions. I mean,
Okay.
we didn't talk about Death Stranding 2, but we all know
Yeah.
No one needs to.
Yeah, that was kind of like, hey, don't forget that's coming out next month.
Yeah. Dude, I think it's
and-
weeks. I think it's weeks away.
Yeah.
Oh,
it
you're
really
right.
is.
You're
It
right.
really
You're
is.
right.
It really is.
So,
Death Stranding. It was.
oh, no.
Go ahead, Nathan.
No, you go ahead because I was going to keep the conversation moving forward.
Oh no, I was just meant it was like games we already know, come like Death Stranding 2, Mafia Old Country, and it was something else that like we know that's coming. So yeah.
So,
Save 10 days. 10 days until Death Stranding 2.
it's crazy.
So in 10 days, I'm gonna disappear for a bit.
You mean like 2 weeks before you can finish it, like on your speed run?
I know, right? I'm gonna try and speed run it.
So before we move on with the last thing we're going to do on the show before we head out of here is talk about where are the games that we thought were going to show up. We at least wrote down one. I'm sure we probably, knowing us, we probably have more than one show written down. But I've got a couple of honorable mentions. We've already talked about Chronos: The New Dawn, Mortal Shell 2. Pragmata is one that caught my eye. We've known about that. But I haven't been following it too much. It kind of looks like more of a Returnal meets Death Stranding. And you know what? Capcom has just been absolutely killing it, and I'm excited. I'm excited for it. And the other one that caught my eye, and I don't know if this is going to be my kind of game, but this was announced at the Summer Games Fest. Chronicles Medieval. And
looked cool.
The trailer looked absolutely sick. We didn't see any gameplay, not that I know of. Maybe there was demos after the fact and I didn't know about it. But the actual trailer looked really sick. It's supposed to be a third-person strategy game. So it's like, it kind of seems like, yeah, you might be out there fighting a little bit, but you're going to also have to be controlling your men on the battlefield. So this could either be really, really cool or really, really boring. One or the other.
That's the one that was narrated by Tom Hardy, isn't it?
Yes. Yes, it is. Yes. Thank you. I knew Tom Hardy had something to do with. Okay, yeah. So
today's episode is brought to you by the actor Tom Hardy.
Call us, Tom Hardy. We'll get you on the next episode. We'll talk Venom Last Dance. But yeah, no, this game just looks super sick. I love its vibe. And you know what? If you can do mixed third-person action with strategy, I'll be here for it. I know that some people really like Mount Blade. Have you ever heard of that game? Either of you?
Yep.
Yeah.
I've never played it.
I've never played it either. I've watched people play it, and I'm just like, that kind of doesn't seem like it would be for me. So hopefully this game's a little more for me.
Do you think this is gameplay? This is gameplay.
I think that right there is gameplay. So it's like you kind of get a vibe for, okay, yeah, you're going to be on the back of your horse, but you also need to be like keeping track of your men as you fight. Yeah. So I'll be keeping an eye on that one as well. So yeah, let's go ahead and dig into where the fuck are those games that we've, where are they at? Steve already took his first shot. State of K3.
That's right. Where the fuck is State of K3?
I need to know. I mean, at this point, I'm going to put it on the milk carton because, I love it. I remember playing through the first one. I put in hours and hours into the second one, and this was announced. They switched to Unreal Engine 5 and all that good stuff. But Phil, I know you're watching, man. Where's the game, Phil? Where's State of the K3?
Where is that? Yep.
Oh my gosh, that is a brilliant marketing scheme. Be like, where the fuck is State of K3? And you just see it on every milk carton out there. and then it gets like shadow drop. That would be hilarious. I love it.
What about I know that we've seen it time and time and time and time. Where was Perfect Dark? Where's that? Where's Fable?
Fable, I'm
what
not
happened
surprised didn't show up because they just really unceremoniously dropped gameplay at the beginning of the year, and they're like, "Oh yeah, it's coming in 2026 now." And I'm like, "Yeah, if you show up with another fucking trailer, I'm actually gonna lose my mind."
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't see nothing else to the developer direct next year. In the beginning, till then. But one game, where's Contraband?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah.
right.
Because it's still coming. They are definitely still working on it.
We haven't seen anything from that. I'm just like, what? Nothing? Okay.
Yeah. Why are we? It's all Xbox. Come on, guys.
Yeah, yeah. Well,
the all of the things that we've just talked about have all been Xbox. Like, where are the Xbox games?
Gears of War E-Day. Where's Gears of War E-Day? It's another one.
I'm that as well. I know they said 2026, and I'm assuming they're waiting. That's going to be one of the big things they have at the Game Awards this year. I'm assuming that's probably why we didn't see. They want to
True.
put it on a big stage. But that's it. I will throw a Sony one out there. What are we doing with Wolverine? What are we doing with Wolverine? Where, like,
I have no idea.
Like I'm at this point, and it's I'm not even excited for the game anymore. Like I'm just like, what has come out?
Do you feel that the leak that happened, do you really feel like that pushed it back a lot, or do you feel like maybe the multiplayer game, Spider-Man game that was reportedly in development that got canceled, do you think that could be cause, or do you think that's just an excuse?
Personally, I think that's probably a little bit more of an excuse. And don't get me wrong, I know they had because I think we saw like the leak or footage of not even Wolverine, but the Spider-Man multiplayer game. That looked like it would have been amazing had they released it.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm pretty sure that wasn't. They may have had separate people working on that, and there's people still working on Wolverine. And now that whole leak situation where that came out and all that gameplay, I think that was like that kind of was like, oh, this is out. And then you saw people kind of saying, well, this looks like this. All the bad press from it or the bad stuff from it. It was like, you know what? Maybe we need to go back and try to fix some of this stuff, and that's fine. And I'm one of those people. I'm not like, hey, we need this now. No, I want you to take your time with it, because when the game comes out, I want it to be in the best space and best form that it needs to be in. But it's been 5 years? I'm not 5, but it's been a long time.
Yeah, it feels like that.
They announced. So
I wasn't expecting to see. Oh, sorry, Nathan. Carry on.
No, you're good. I already lost my train of thought.
I was gonna say Black Ops 7. Like, where the fuck did that come from?
Oh man, talk about the biggest fucking surprise. Now I know everybody was disappointed. Everybody was like, "Oh man, come on." I mean, I thought Quantum Break 2 maybe, but I actually was really surprised because I love that actor. I love the vibe. I'm digging the story. I'm like, okay, I want to know more about this story. And if it wasn't for the fact that all of you guys, both of you guys, we all really love the campaign of Black Ops 6. If it's even half as good as that one, and it's got all this sci-fi aspect, I am all here for it. Like, I had the good reaction of, oh, this is Call of Duty? Like, holy shit, that's going to be a great campaign. So I actually kind of had the opposite reaction as most people, because most people are just like, wow, that was the big reveal. We all kind of fucking knew another Call of Duty was going to come out. I get that. I was a little bummed too about that aspect of it, but aside from that, it looks like a great campaign.
Yeah,
it does. And I like my Milo. Is it Milo? I can't pronounce his last name, but Milo
Morganson, something like that. I know.
Is he the guy from Heroes?
Yes,
Heroes guy.
Yeah, he but I like him. I like him as an actor. And don't get me wrong, I love Black Ops. Black Ops is fun, but and it was a nice reveal. Like you said, the campaign looks like it's gonna be good. The only thing is, we don't need it right now. Like we really don't. We really don't. That's my only. Was like, not another one. Like right so soon. So soon. Let us like, and it's not like Black Ops 6 isn't doing well. I mean, like why? But
is this going to be the first one that Microsoft has since purchasing?
That was Black Ops 6.
No, it was in development before they bought it. I'm sure it was.
Oh,
yeah, I think this was
This might be the first. This might be the first time that we see what Microsoft can do with Call of Duty.
That's true.
I mean, man. They are so 50-50. I love Xbox and I love their stuff. But fuck, they've done some great things and they've done some really weird things. So I got no idea until I've actually got my hands on it. I can't tell you.
It's definitely a very strange move to come out as early, since like everything Marcus just said. Black Ops 6 is doing really well. Nobody's really necessarily feeling the need for Black Ops. Y'all just changed the game literally with the Omni movement. So, I mean, nobody's hungry for it. No. One thing I will point out as somebody who dips his toe into the multiplayer every time a new Call of Duty comes out is the fact that probably, the fact that you can carry over progress. All the money you're spending into these characters and skins and stuff are going to transfer over to Black Ops 7. So all the multiplayer people aren't going to necessarily feel like the game moved on without them, if that makes sense. Because I got the Spawn skin Modern Warfare 3 right before Black Ops 6 came out, and I never went back to Modern Warfare 3, and I never got to use my Spawn skin again. So, there is that aspect of it.
Yeah.
But still, I don't think it's good enough to justify a $70 price tag. But again, I feel like Black Ops 7 and Yep, that's where I was going with it. Outer Worlds 2, these $80 games, these huge AAA experiences. There, what was it? I'm not going to try to remember his name, but the other head dude over there beside of Phil Spencer, Mike something. Was it Mike Hunt? But anyways, no, he was talking about how, if we don't have exclusives on our console, what do we have? And it's like, Game Pass. That's value. PlayStation doesn't have Game Pass. Yeah, they're getting our games now. They got Gears of War Reloaded. They've got Outer Worlds 2. They've got this, blah, 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 blah. But also, you're paying $20 a month, and you get all these games. And I'd say this is the first year. All my kind of funny fellow brethren and sisterin out there are going to hear me when I say this. Like, this is the first year that I've truly felt the dominoes have been falling for Xbox, in the sense of everything Phil Spencer has talked about since the acquisition is finally coming true this year. Every single month, almost every week, there is a huge release. Whether it's indie, whether it's AA, AAA, you got a game absolutely killing it on Game Pass. And I have never felt more satisfied to just go ahead, drop my $20 a month, and not buy anything else, because Game Pass has been enough for me. But yeah,
I agree with you 1,000%. Every month from just the beginning of this year, it seems like there's something in Game Pass for you to play. We started off the year with like Avowed, and then came right around. It was what was after Avowed? I think it was I forgot, it was something in the Oblivion remake. South of Midnight, Expedition 33, Doom: The Dark Ages. Like, and it's been so much in Game Pass. Avowed, Oblivion, Expedition, like those games are hours long. Those are not just games you can just jump in and breeze through. It's content there. Like, and it's so, if I tell people, Game Pass is the best value in gaming right now. It's consumer friendly. Granted, I can't say it's gonna be like this forever, but as of right now,
moment,
it is. If you don't have Game Pass, man, listen, I don't know what to tell you.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And like the thing that like the whole thing about you don't own your games, I don't actually care if I own them or not. Like I have got tens of thousands of dollars worth of games sitting around me that I do not fucking play. Like I've got a wall over here of all my Xbox 360 games. Sure, I'm slowly getting my way through them, 100%. But like I don't care if I don't own it. Like I'm like I don't know. I just that's me. I don't care.
I get it. Steve pointed out about an Atom Fall too as well.
Adam Fall. That's right.
Adam Fall. I haven't played it, but I've heard good things about that. But I agree with you, Fraser. Like people come, you don't own your games. I understand that and my thing is, you can still buy the game.
Mm-hmm.
You can still buy the game, and if it's on Game Pass, guess what? You count a discount for it being on Game Pass, so you're still not paying full price. You have that option, and I love this game. I want to keep it. I can buy it. If you want to go buy a physical copy, you can still do that. Like saying that you don't own, people don't own their movies 9 times out of 10 anymore. Everybody's streaming everything. Like it, and it's. I'm not saying that's the best thing, but it works for a lot of people. And I'm a big proponent of do what works best for you. If buying games, physical copies, works best for you, do that. I'm not here to count your pockets. I'm not here to stop you. If playing games strictly on Game Pass is best for you, you enjoy it. All I want, as long as we can have a conversation about the game, and you have fun with it, that's all I care about.
Absolutely. And I mean, there is that thing of just being able to play it on Game Pass, and I know Russell was on the fence about picking up Doom, The Dark Ages. He was like, I want to buy it. I own all of them. And I think we pretty much all convinced him, dude, just go ahead and sign up for Game Pass for a month, and then years down the road, when you see it on a sale, pick it up then. That's what I just did with Liza P, because Liza P was actually taken off Game Pass, and so it was on sale during the big sale that was going on during Summer Games Fest. So I picked it up with the DLC for $60 total, because that DLC is like $30. So I was able to get a good deal on all of it. So yeah, I mean, right there's another prime example, and also you get that discount with Game Pass. And another thing I want to bring up to kind of add to all your points, because we need to kind of round up. We're at 5 minutes till 2 hours, but something I was talking to Carrie 13 about in the DMs was, we were talking about the longevity of gaming consoles and where we think we're going to see gaming as a whole. Like, are we going to be all on cloud gaming 10 years from now? We were kind of talking about that subject, right? And when you look at, I told him, I feel like 10 years from now, with the way things are going price-wise, the average person is not going to be able to afford gaming. And it is going to be that thing of, Callers Fade Gaming brings up the fact in the chat of, Xbox is being helped a lot by PlayStation spending the past 10 years trying to make every game a live service. And you're right, it really does help Xbox. They're doing really well in cloud gaming right now. They've got the technology. For $20, you're already in the cloud service. You've got an access to a gigantuan library. I talked a year ago about wanting to leave the Xbox ecosystem. I'm still here, and I just bought Liza P again because I can access Liza P from any device. I can grab this Razer Kishi and I can play Liza P from my phone. I can grab my Asus ROG and I can play Liza P from my phone, getting Xbox achievements. My Xbox is everywhere, anywhere. In 10 years, when we can't afford $1,000 consoles anymore, we can't afford to play games natively anymore, we're going to be going... I mean, I'm not saying it's a great future. I'm just saying it's probably where we're going to be. And that's going to be like, hey, you're spending, by that point, probably going to be $50 a month. But, whatever, $20 a month to get this access to a library of games that you can play absolutely anywhere. So, yeah, So do you guys want to round out any more thoughts before we get off here? I've got one more game. I'm like, oh, where the fuck is that game? But I want you guys to wrap up.
Do it. Tell us what it is.
Tides of Annihilation. Wasn't that supposed to come this year? Tides of Annihilation.
I don't even know what that is. I've never even heard of it.
Sounds familiar. I can't remember what it is. The name sounds familiar though.
So Tides of Annihilation. Listen, when I say I'm going to keep my eye on a game, I'll keep my eye on a game. You know what I mean? But this game got announced at a showcase last year. And I was pretty sure it was either coming this year or next year. I mean, maybe we can skip forward to the end of this trailer and see if it was 2027. But this game looks sick as hell. I really thought we were going to get an update at a PlayStation showcase, maybe... even I thought maybe it was coming next year, but I would just love to know when we're going to see this game come next. We even got a 15 or 20 minute deep dive gameplay last year. But yeah, this game looks absolutely gorgeous. I'm very, very excited for it. It's got hardcore Claire Expedition 33 vibes. And like the art style of it, and even like when you look into the action, it looks that way. But it's more of a Devil May Cry kind of vibe. Steve, I do not have confirmation on that. Maybe. I don't know if they said it was delayed or not.
I've never even heard of this game before, ever. So,
I remember this game.
Yeah, there's gameplay. Yeah, so you can like see her doing these crazy combos with spirits that she calls upon. Kind of like boss fights that remind me of Black Myth Wukong a little bit. Just absolutely
I've heard of that
sick.
game.
Yeah.
I think we might have some guides for it on the website.
I think that was Lady V, because I think they call her 1V Wukong.
I'm very excited to play Black Myth Wukong. Like, the thing is, I've got a fucking PlayStation 5, right? There's no reason why I shouldn't have played it. The minute that it was like, oh, it's finally coming to Xbox, I'm like, oh, maybe I'll play it. Like, what the fuck is that about?
Oh man.
Same. Final Fantasy 16. I've had a place. I played the demo on PS5, but it's on Xbox, and I'm like, I got to get it on Xbox.
Yeah,
like,
I'll get it. Yeah.
Well, hey.
I don't know why. Maybe it's achievements. I don't know.
Maybe.
Sure.
That's hilarious.
Game. I can't think of the name of it. It had a secret level episode as well. Let me see if I can find it. Give me just 1 second.
Oh yeah, you're fine.
Concord?
Yeah, it's probably Concord. I think that game's supposed to come out sometime soon. I don't know.
Oh, so good.
While you're looking that up, I'm gonna look up Tides of Annihilation and see if it got delayed.
What an amazing showcase though. Like
all the showcases were amazing.
I have been slowly making my way through the horror gaming showcase. There's over 100 games. 100 games that they announced. That's too many. It's like,
yeah, no, seriously, it's way too much.
100 horror games. My goodness.
So, oh yeah, horror games was, there was an abundance and a lot of great looking ones. And do you know what's crazy is we've made it 2 hours into this podcast and not a single one of Russell has got to be so disappointed in us right now. How the fuck have we not talked about Resident Evil Requiem? You can switch between first and third person shooter. I mean, come on, guys. That game looks amazing. As far as Tides of Annihilation goes, I kind of feel a little silly for bringing it up because I felt like it was announced last year, but apparently that was just February of 2025, so it was only a couple months ago that was announced. And when you look it up,
there's
the AI overview
with Tide Pods.
Yep, that's what I was getting ready to say. It's like when you look it up, AI overview. Number 1, the video game Tides of Annihilation ? Or 2, issues with Tide Pods. Oh man, guys, I think that's a show. No, yo, you got something? Go for it.
Yeah, it was a game that and I'm thinking we saw it last year, but it was probably earlier this year called Exodus. They had a secret level episode and everything. The game, and we haven't heard a whole lot about it, but that game looks amazing from what we saw.
It's got a lot of devs from Mass Effect team. It's one that Jamie's been keeping her eye on a lot. I mean, I'm definitely keeping an eye on it. I follow them on different social media platforms. Anytime I see them say anything, it's just another clip from the same trailer they've shown 100 years ago.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
I really hope that one's a good one. But, all right. So, as we round out the show, do you want to plug in all your socials? Speaking of which, before you tell us your socials, all the links are in the description below. But, Husky, you go first.
Yes, I am the Husky Hokage on everything. From, you name it, TikTok, Blue Sky, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, Twitch. You can catch me on Twitch. I'm actually getting back into streaming. I actually was streaming some Anthem earlier this week.
Are you playing Anthem? What are you?
Yes,
I'm
playing Anthem
on Xbox.
Yes, I'm playing on.
Oh my god!
Xbox.
I will join you because I've been on and off over the last like 2 months. I've been playing it on and off. Dude, it's so much fun.
Damn it, I'm downloading Anthem now.
I jumped back in and was like, I don't know where the itch came from. I was like, oh, and I re-downloaded it, made sure, jumped in, and I realized, like, dang, I haven't been in here in a minute, so I'm playing around, had my switching between the thing, doing some free play, and then doing the little raids they have. I am having a good time, man. And the last time I streamed, I think it was Monday, I streamed some, and surprisingly, I had 4 other people just randomly join, in the playthrough with me. So it went like this, and I'm having fun. I'm blowing stuff up.
Yeah.
I'm like, yes, I'm having fun. So I'm streaming on there, and like I said, you can also catch Victory Road, the Game Podcast, Thursdays on Twitch as well. So, but yeah, that's it, and I'll be here. Gamer Social Club with the rest of the guys.
You said Victory Roads. Could you say the name of the podcast again?
Yes, Victory Road, a gaming podcast.
Okay.
It's a playoff Pokemon.
Okay. All right. Cool. Yeah, your mic cut out for a second there. Perfect. And then Fraser, tell the people where you are.
Yeah. You can find me at F-Bomb Gaming everywhere, but F-Bomb with an E, so FBOMBE Gaming. Yeah, I'm not really doing much at the moment, to be honest. I have just because work has been so crazy, I've kind of had to take a step back from my YouTube channel. I haven't uploaded anything for a couple of weeks, and I'm feeling a little bit upset about it.
Yeah.
So this afternoon, I believe we're going to be jumping onto some Raccoon City.
Hell yeah.
Or whatever it's this afternoon
Gears
for
beta.
me. So, yeah, we're going to be playing some Gears beta. We're going to be playing some Raccoon City. So I might do a bit of recording and possibly do some live stuff on YouTube. So yeah. Bit of fun. But yeah, F-Bomb Gaming everywhere.
All right, awesome. And as far as I go, I'm just here at the gamersocialclub.ca for now. I'm really hoping to get into some stuff. I'm just like you, Fraser. I've had so much going on. I had kind of had to step away from everything outside of, immediate life. Moving, we're still getting unpacked, been on vacation, all that good stuff. But I got some exciting things I'm wanting to work on with the website over the course of the next month or two. And man, I have been really wanting to start my own channel since, a year ago. So hopefully one of these days I can actually get around to doing that. But yeah, I'm just one hot dragon everywhere. Hit me up. I'm down to play if I'm online. I'm down to clown. All right. Well, thank you all so much for joining us. We've enjoyed seeing you in the chat. Colors Fade. We've enjoyed seeing Steve. We've enjoyed seeing everyone here in the chat. Thank you so much for your support. Like, subscribe, all that good stuff. And yeah, we will see you next weekend. Peace.
Bye.